Hi, and thanks for joining. It's Patty from PS Paper Crafts, and I want to show you how to make this fun fold card. It is called a triple fold card, and I saw Mary Bush, another demonstrator, make this card, and I figured I would give it a try. So it has a belly band that comes off, and then it opens up like this. So I thought it was really fun and cute, and I thought, let me give it a try. She had made it for a Christmas card. So I changed up the papers on it and made it a happy birthday card. Of course, I'm having some difficulty getting it on the belly band. There we go. Okay, so this one we're going to make today is going to be a completely different looking card, but I wanted to just show you real quick. I used the Dandy Garden Designer Series paper for this card, and it's nice that the papers have different patterns that coordinate together and the colors go together. And I just wanted to show you this. So I used the punch. There's the the dragonfly punch, and this cuts out these big ones, and this little guy, I don't know if you can see it, there's a big and a little one, cuts out these smaller ones, and that's what I used on the front. So I didn't use the stamp set, I used the just the punch and the paper. So I thought this was cute. And the stamp set that I used it's called Grandkid, and I think it's really great. It has this happy birthday and then the inside. So smart, so fun, so sweet, and so wonderful. This is not just for grandkids. I mean, you can use it for anything, any kind of, or any age, I should say, not anything. So let's try to put this back on again, and we'll start getting our next card, which is a spring Easter card. So I've been using the stamp set that I'm going to use quite a bit lately, but it's Easter season, so let's get going with that one. So for this one, I'm using the Springtime Joy, and I'm using paper from the Hydrangea Hill. I think that's what it's called. Let's see. So I have a lot of pieces cut. I've been using this quite a bit. Actually, yesterday's card, I used this piece with the bird. So this is, Hydrangea Hill Designer Series paper. It's got some great patterns, and I thought it would be perfect for an Easter card. And then I'm using the Springtime Joy. I'm going to stamp and cut out this little bunny rabbit. So I have my pieces, and I want to first show you the measurements for the fun fold card. So I'm using a piece of gorgeous grape, and I'm going, it's 11 and a half, sorry, it's 11 by 5.5. Oh boy. And I'm glad that Mary, who designed this, had all the measurements. It just made it easy. So the 11 side is what we're going to put up here, and then we will be scoring it at 1 3/4, and then at 5.5, which gives us our normal size card, and then 9 3/4. Okay, and that's all we need with the scoring. And then we can fold it in half. Okay, and let's just burnish it. And then we want to fold this flap back. It's so easy, but I think it's really cool. And then we want to fold this flap back. So that gives you that kind of third panel. And then we have also a 1 inch by 11 inch, and we'll do this as the belly band. But before we do that, let's get our papers all laid out. So I chose, this is a Highland Heather from that Designer Series paper. And I'll have all the measurements on my blog, pspapercrafts.com. But this one is, they're all 5 1/4 long, and this is 3 1/2. And then this one is 1 1/2, and that goes on this one. And then this one is 1. So all these pieces we'll just put down, and we'll have our card. So let's get started with our stamp and seal. Isn't this pretty? This would be very pretty as well. I just wanted the bunny rabbit to not get lost in it, so I wanted something a little more plain. So let's just get this started, and we'll put this down. I love this paper. I really, you know, they usually don't carry designer series paper over in catalogs. Every once in a while they do, but this will be one I'll be sorry to have go. So the new catalog will come out in May. As a demonstrator, we get to buy from it in April. So, of course, you'll start seeing all kinds of things to get you ready for it and excited. So let's get this one. Just gonna want to eyeball it so that it's even there and it's centered. I think I came down a little crooked. Just want to pull it over a little bit. Okay. And then on this other card, I did 3 different patterns. Let me just grab it. So we're 3 different patterns. On this one, I decided I would just do the 2 different patterns. So we'll put this one down. Okay, and get it all put together there. And then with this belly band, I'm just going to lay it down and just fold it over. So that it meets. And actually I see the edges. I'm going to fold it the other way. I see there's some edges from where I cut it. So just going to fold it this way. You probably can't see it, and I probably can just use my bone folder to flatten them out, but this will be faster. Okay, so we want to make sure that it slides up and down. And I think I want to make it a little bit tighter. Okay, and then I'm going to use my Stamp & Seal Plus. This is a stronger adhesive. It's very good for 3D projects, boxes, bags, things like that. So something that you really want to make sure it sticks down. That's what you want to use this for. I'm just going to go out a little bit further. Okay. And then we'll just lay this across. Now we're going to cover that seam, so don't worry about it. And it slides up nicely. So now I'm using, so on this other card, I used the Stitched So Sweetly dies for the label. It's one of my favorite sets of dies. But for this one, I'm using what Mary used, which is the Tasteful label dies. So I cut the Gorgeous Grape from this one, and then I cut this white piece from this one. And the reason I'm doing it smaller is because this is kind of I'm using the Welcome Spring, and it's not very big, so I didn't want it to get on this big, huge label. So I'll be using my Gorgeous Grape ink and the Welcome Spring. And let me just do this on a scrap of paper just to make sure it's all lined up nicely and inked up well. Okay, that looks good. Let's see if I can do that the same here. Welcome Spring. So you can put some flowers, or I'm going to put pearls on this. So let's get the inside done. So on the inside, I'm going to put a butterfly, and actually I have to stamp the little rabbit. But let's get the inside done first. So I'll stamp a butterfly, and I'm using black memento because I'm going to color it. And then I thought I would just do some tulips across the bottom, because I think those are nice Eastery flowers. I wish they had daffodils. And I'm going to go right across. Hopefully it'll fit in nicely. I'm winging it. So one more. Okay, phew. I wasn't sure if it was going to be fitting nicely or not. And then on the inside, I have this pretty sentiment. Easter is a reminder of lovely new beginning. Easter is a lovely reminder of new beginnings. I have a hard time reading sometimes. So I have my gorgeous grape ink. And let's try this one again after I got all my tulips laid out. Okay. That's one thing I miss about New York. When spring springs, the crocuses, early spring, and the tulips and the daffodils, they're so pretty. And it is like a new beginning. So we want to now do the Easter bunny. And we'll just do him or her. Ooh. We'll just do her in black memento ink. And I'll just ink this up, and I have a scrap of paper. And I'll just stamp it right down here. Okay, and then I will do my cutting and coloring. So let's color her first. And I actually colored the bunny with, or I'm going to color the bunny with a light petal pink. This is a very, very light, almost like a flesh tone color, instead of leaving her just white. I wanted to add a little bit of color. Very light. I hope you can see it. And I'll just color. I'm not going to go over it and make it dark. I'm just giving one coat here. So with the Stampin' Blend, you need the black memento ink, and you can layer. So if you wanted darker colors or shadows, there is a darker marker you can get, but you can also just layer. So I think she's cute like that. I'll do her flowers in the Daffodil Delight, and this is the dark Daffodil Delight. You can do a purple if you want to match the paper, but I thought it would be nice to have a little bit of a pop of different color. And I'll do the tulips as well. And I'm using light Granny Apple Green for the leaves. I think it's light. Nope, it's dark. So we'll just touch these leaves, and I'm using the blunt point here. I did that with the flowers as well, just so that I have a little bit more control over it and I don't go out of the lines. And I'm really just dotting it because it's so tiny. I think she's cute. And then I'll do the other side, more of a marker side for this. Actually, I'm going to do the blunt side because I look like I went out a little bit on that one. I don't know if you noticed or can see, but I did go out a little bit here. That's why I changed up. So I'm using the color lifter, and I'll just go over it, and it removes the color. So if you wanted to lighten up a color, you can use that, or you can take away your mistakes, which is really nice. Now on the butterfly, I will use the dark Daffodil Delight just on the body and these little dots here. And then I will do some light Daffodil Delight to color in the wings. Okay, so let's put that aside for now. And then I will fussy cut my little bunny rabbit. Okay, now I don't know if you can see, but there's a little bit white here and there. And what I like to do is get my black, basic black Stampin' Write marker, and I like to do the kind of felt end of it, and I just go along the sides of this, just like around the edges, just to take out any white. And it just gives you a little bit of definition there. If you cut it with the white edge, which a lot of people do, you don't have to worry about this, but I went right up to the black. So there's a little bit right here. Now, if you do a good job cutting, you might not have this problem, but I always end up with a little bit of white. And this is just a great way to hide it. All right, I think she looks pretty cute. So what we'll do is we'll put this together, and I'll use my Stampin' Seal for this. Seems like I always have to get it started a little bit. And you can put this on with dimensionals. I did not, because I thought there was enough kind of bulk with the card. And we'll just put this right here. Make sure it looks centered. So cute. And then what I'll do is I'm going to use the Stampin' Seal Plus again, and I'm just going right in the middle. I don't want to have any adhesive where it's going to touch the card. I want it to go right on that strip. And we'll cover that seam and go right across. Make sure it opens. Okay. And then I'm going to put her right here with dimensionals. I think she's just so cute. I love this bunny rabbit, and I love the little lamb as well. Very cute. It's a great set for spring, for Easter, for kids. And I think that might be enough, just the two of them. I'll put this over here. Just sitting there, welcome spring. And then I want to, let's put the inside in. Right? Cute. So we'll use our plain Stampin' Seal. And you can use a Stampin' Seal Plus for this as well. It's just, it's not something you could pick up easily if you, you know, lay it down wrong. Which happens to me quite often where it's crooked. The regular Stampin' Seal is a little more forgiving, and it lets you fix things. So let's put our band on. Let me do it from the top so we're not going over that bunny rabbit. There we go. And then I wanted to just add some of these pearls. These are back in stock now, the pastel pearls, which I think are so pretty. We'll put one on each side. And if you wanted to put some flowers or the butterfly or something on here, you could use a bigger label. You could put your Hello Spring or a different sentiment in a different place. And then I was going to put one of these here. I don't know if you could see it. It's way too big. So I'll just put a little tiny rhinestone, because I just thought she needed a rhinestone there on the biggest flower. Okay, so these are the two cards. They're both completely different, but I think it's a great fun fold. And I hope you enjoyed this and give this a try. Just look through your papers, find patterns that go together. You can even make one of the strips embossed if you wanted to just alternate it that way. So thanks a lot for joining, and you have a good day. Bye.